Did TikTok actually work today? Let's see if TikTok actually worked today. All right. Get started just a minute. Just getting set up real quick. Quick. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. God, I'm not gonna believe this. So, yeah. Yeah, yo, Tron Lands, guys, congratulations, my dude. That is awesome. I'm so proud of you. Kicking butt, dude. You're kicking it. I think that's more than I have ever had. I think at my peak I had like 100 on Twitch, but Twitch never promotes small streamers. Fucking killing it. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. I think before we get started, hi. I think before we get started, I wanted to look at a couple of the decks that stood out recently, like on leagues and all that stuff. To start it off, we have this deck that has kind of come out of nowhere. It's Mono White Shepherds. Past couple days, it's been going 5-0 in leagues on Arena. It was actually the first deck, according to Untapped.gg, for a player to hit Mythic. Based on like timestamps yesterday, as well as it won the league yesterday at 9-1. So maybe this is something we can look into. Um, the second place deck for yesterday's league, the league went 5-0 a couple times yet again, and as well as it got second place in the challenge, the daily challenge, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. Standard challenge. Yeah. So here it went 9. There's the 9-1 version, and then Is It Prowess was second place, and it's just kind of like right there. And these two decks that aren't considered like meta, that are just crushing people the last couple days. TMNT, I don't think TMNT is live on. Maybe it doesn't release till this weekend. So we won't see anything. No, it's already out. So we should have seen it do well in tournaments, and none of the new cards did well the last 2 days. But we will see. We'll see. So Tronlands, what have you been doing lately? Have you just been playing Heroic? What are you doing? So, also my face is in the way. Yesterday we tried to brew around this beautiful card, Northwind Avatar. If you haven't seen it yet, when this creature enters, if you cast it, you put a card from outside the game into your hand. And we started off very poorly, and we got a little better near the end of the day. So I started brewing it around, and we have made it more similar to the old version of Jeskai Control, where you have more Jeskai Revs going more stock up and consult the star charts, putting in spell snares. And we took out like the negate, we went down a couple get loss. And hopefully it does a little better. In the sideboard, I also changed it up a little bit. We still have the 4th Jeskai Rev that we can find off Northwind Avatar. I put a Herald of Eternal Dawn because you guys asked for it yesterday. You can't lose the game, but your opponents can't win the game. And then one Spanx of the Final World. This spell can't be countered. Instant sorcery spells you control can't be countered. So just kind of like in the mirror. And then we changed the sideboard a little bit for some Clarion Conquerors and some Torpor Orbs in case we find those Badger decks or the like airbending decks. We have one flanker to go with our Rest in Peace. A negate in the sideboard. We can also find River Turn Monument and Cease and Desist if we want something under the sideboard from our Northwind Avatar and some Authority of the Council. So for today, Northwind Avatar can get Jeskai Rev, Sphinx of the Final, Herald, Cease and Desist, and River Turn. So those are like the 5 main targets that we'll get off of, and I don't want to like over dilute the sideboard too much. So that's what we're going with today to start the day. I also made a 4-color control version of this dragon list. Still going off like old style. That plays Inevitable Defeat and takes out like 3 steps ahead. It still has Ultimate Day Judgment, Jeskai Rev, and then it has a sideboard similar to what we just showed of Jeskai Rev, Sphinx of the Final, Herald. It also has Outrageous Robbery for fun, and those are the cards we'd probably go after if we cast Northwind Avatar. So let's see how it goes today. Yesterday we ended the day on like 5-4, and we started off the day 0-3 for this deck. So let's see if we can do a little better today. Because I want this card to do well. I want this card to do well. This is root beer, by the way. I got from the this is root beer I got from the food bank. It's called Mexican root beer, Mexican cola. Contains caffeine. Interesting. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So opponent goes first. We have Spell Snare early. Unfortunately, this comes into play tapped. I guess we can try it because we have a board wipe and we have Northwind Avatar. Hopefully it will do something. But it looks like my opponent did mulligan down. Elusive Otter. That's a problem. Well, there's an island for Spell Snare. So we're against the Is It Prowess deck, the deck we just talked about. That's been a banger on leagues recently. Hopefully the new camera is looking better for you guys. Opponent just attacks for one, that's fine. Another Elusive Honor? Well, that's a problem. I think I need to shock in Sacred Foundry here to hold up No More Lies just in case. And then we can start playing our lands tapped here. I'm worried though, now they have a board presence and they went on the play first, that we won't have an opportunity to Wrath before we die. So we'll see. Pumped. I think that's worth countering. I want them to not have card advantage here. Because they're already established on board, and there's nothing else that can really do it for us. Like, they have another opt, yeah. So we're pushing through to try to beat my opponent. And we need to survive one turn or we're just dead. Which my opponent can easily do that next turn. That's a really good draw to get lost. Don't need a Spell Snare. You think this deck's the best one All-Star, having the ability to grab sideboard? Yeah, it could be really nice. Fortunately, the best one is really really fast right now. But it'd be nice if the game gets grindy enough, this Avatar just kind of wins the game, right? Just taking 2? Sure. So I cannot wait to hold this Day of Judgment. I have to slam this off and hope they don't have counter magic. It did not. That's really good for me. That's really good for me. Talent is not the worst. Great catcher. Okay. They don't have a bounce at least. But we are at a scary low life for the Prowess deck. What we're really looking for. I know another board wipe would be amazing here. We are in dangerous territory now. Jeskai Rev is nice. But I think I want a starting town here, unfortunately. I mean, we can Northwind Avatar and have a blocker. It's concerned of if they remove Northwind Avatar, we just die because we go to 7. Bounce with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then yeah, we'd be straight down on board. So I'm gonna play my tap land and pass. And hopefully our Get Lost in Spell Snare can do something. I'm gonna let them respond first. First lightning my face. Okay. I'm gonna kill Draycatcher. And hope their last spell in hand is 2 cost. Really hope it's 2 cost. Because then we can counter it. If it's a 1 cost, then I think we might be in trouble. Another Burst Lightning. Okay. We're at 2. which means we're just dead to this burst lightning they get back from the graveyard from Storm Chaser's talent. That's really unfortunate. We need to find a way to gain life, or we're just gonna die. How can we win here? The only life game that we have is Flanker. Next turn, they are probably going to get something back. Can't shock anything in. If we live to Jeskai Rev, that's sweet. So what do? We can get Cease and Desist to try to exile something from their graveyard. That might be our play. And play this Tempt. And if we get an untapped land that doesn't pain us, then we can live just a little bit. They go with the Y plan. Okay. That's sweet. 4 damage to you, turn you, gain 4 life, draw some cards, swing. Untapped land was really good there. And now the Cease and Desist can still gain us life. Level up for Burst Lightning? Okay. I think I'm just going to pass because I can hold up Spell Snare 3 steps ahead and Cease and Desist. Flick Shot. Well, I have a Spell Snare. Trigger. And then next turn I can just stock up and kill them. That was pretty good. We did the thing. So Authority definitely comes in. I want to bring Flanker in. Maybe in a gate? Thank you, Project. Cease can still stay in the sideboard. Torpor Orb can stay in. Herald can stay in the sideboard. I think that's fine. I gotta stock up. These are so good. Maybe one step ahead can come out. And one Ultima. Try it again. You like how you play out loud? I do the same by myself. Yeah, most of my community likes that I explain the play out loud. I know, like, Buff over in YouTube, he, like, listens to me while I'm at work, so he doesn't have to watch me. I'm like a second screen monitor gamer, you know? I can explain the plays and help you guys out or something. Opponent plays first, and this hand is looking worse than the other one. Yeah, we get to No More Lies, but again, if they have a turn 1 into a turn 2 on the draw, we're in trouble. If we can last to turn 5, we live. I don't think that's enough. So I like this mulligan a lot better. We can throw away stock up, and now we have on-board interaction with the Lightning Helix. And then it would 4 mana board wipe rather than a 5. There's a turn 1. Fortunate. So we're gonna play this land. I need to find a land, unfortunately. Seam Rip is not the answer. But at least with this Lightning Helix, I can like kill their board. That's not the worst. And hopefully we can live for Day of Judgment. Oh, they're just going all in on this Otter. Might be worth it just shock and kill the Otter now. Because I don't want to play any games with counter magic, or I'm worried about my opponent like untapping and doing something silly, so let's get rid of it now. Unfortunately, we are still short on lands. There's an Otter. Do a sleight of hand. Maybe they have haste for this Otter, and that would be scary. Yo, thank you for the follow. There's the haste we're worried about. So it's a little bad that we Lightning Helix because we probably could have killed this Otter. But I need to tap out for an untapped land. And hope they don't kill me here. Because I can untap Day of Judgment. And I took the Spell Snare because it's really only anything in this hand that can do it. But it's really likely that we're just dead here to the Is It deck. My opponent's deck is pretty ridiculous. Elusive Otter on Elusive Otter. Yeah. I take 4. Oh, I need to Wrath before I die, so let's Wrath. And then hope we still draw lands so we can Unagi and maybe block next turn. Shock. Okay. Boomerang Basics. So they have the Boomerang Basics loop with the Storm Chaser's talent, which is the problem. Then they opt. So they're looking to tap this Elusive Otter to give this Otter haste. That's a problem. Oh no, I just die on the spot because they drew another Wild Ride. Sure. Like I said, we could just die because we have to tap out. Okay. I still like how we boarded. Not really good matchup for us. You playing draft? I do draft sometimes. I'm really bad at it. I usually do draft off stream and do constructed when I live stream. Messing around with this deck last night with the Dragon Sub thing. I added a Felrock core to speed it up. Ran well, only 45 best of 1 games. Yeah, we can check out definitely best of 1, but the whole goal is to try to make a deck for that dragon. Oh my goodness, yes. We have a turn 1 authority. Let's keep it. Hopefully it slows down my opponent enough because we don't have interaction until turn 3. But authority is usually good in this matchup. Right now, I'm playing a ranked best of 3. For the new standard set. We'll play Plains, play our authority, and cross your fingers, hope it works. I have no turn 1 play. That's amazing, especially with the get lost, so we have interaction. I'm not having a turn 1 for once is insane. Great catcher. Sure. So I'm going to keep stuff off the board progressively. And we're just going to get lost this now. And then I need to play this land untapped so we cast 3 steps ahead. And hope that we draw some lands over the next couple turns. Them plotting Slick Shot when I have authority on the board is funny. But I'm going to counter whatever they play at this point. And the board is kind of clear. It's not a bad draw. Because then we can loot this turn. There's a Slick Shot. Yep. Anything else? Elusive Otter. Yeah. When we find an untapped land, we get to Ultima here. Unless they have counter magic. They have to have, like, Spell Snare or something, right? Boomerang Basics is not it. Keeping Boomerang Basics on top, okay. Probably the Bounce Authority. But let's loot. Tap land, unfortunately. Throw away Jeskai Rev. There's an untapped land, so pray they don't have Spell Snare. Or Spell Pierce, excuse me. So I had to force them not to have that. They have it or they don't, right? But we're at pretty high light total. Into a stock up? Ooh, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. You think the dragon's better in best one? Because you can go get answers. Usually it's a little slow. Yeah, this format's pretty fast. And then they find a Storm Chaser's talent. That's just a problem. Because now we're just taking a ton of damage this turn. I wish we had an untapped red source because I could have played that last turn way differently with Lightning Helix, but here we are. My goodness, we do a day judgment. Perfect. So let's wrath the board. And let's start over. Fortunately, yet again, we don't have red source for this lightning helix. Two Storm Chaser's talents. Whoa. That's a problem. Pass. Hope we live. So if I counter this, and their last card is a rush card, then we die. They find a rush card, we die. So I just need to counter the first thing I see. I think. Do you play against viewers? Yeah, we do against our viewers once in a while. Discard a card. Let's discard a Braid. Fortunately, we have to keep on this red source to cast Lightning Helix. Okay, there's not. So the same play could still happen, what we just talked about. They find a +3/+0 in haste and I die. Land is not it. Seam Rip was not a bad draw here. Because at least we get one of the token, but now they just to do graveyard stuff. Because now they get to bring back their Boomerang basics and they just keep this loop going. Yep, here goes. You get back Sleight of Hand. Whoa. All this on the stack. I'm going to kill their honor. Then I can resolve. Yeah, if you checked out the Discord, Project Mafia, we did it like last Monday, actually. We did viewer challenges. They found another threat. Uh-oh. Oh. Another red source. Spell Pierce is not it. So we have to pass. I have on TikTok, literally right before, on my bio on TikTok, it has it. They top deck the Sleight of Hand. Yeah, I wish I drew that well. As my opponent, holy crap. No. So they tick up. They should be getting Boomerang basics. If not, then we have a chance. They did not. Huh? Okay. We have a chance. Unless they top deck the +3/+0 and gave their creature haste, and then nothing I can do about that. Hurt 4. They make a bunch of Drakes now. Of Honor, sure. This is at any speed, so. Seam Rip is at least an answer to the Drake Catcher. They sack it now? I'm going to take your Elusive Honor then. That was a weird play, but I will take it. I mean... They're going to attack. And let's activate Quarry Mountain. We're at 3. Unagi's really good. Gonna be a good blocker. Another Drake Catcher, sure. So we're looking for another Wrath effect. Oh, they're just going straight wide. That's fair. Well, we'll play this Unagi now. And pass, and hold up this land because we can loot it away soon. Sleight of Hand. My opponent is kept drawing redraws. And that's a problem. Like we had to dodge the top of their deck multiple times and we just couldn't. Like they drew better than we did. Just needed something. Oh, unfortunate. On the next one. The problem about the dragon buff is this format is just too fast for cards like that, and so you need to play a deck that. Oh, never mind. YouTube says there's weird. Like you have to play a deck that plays around, you know, makes it to the mid game, and I don't know what kind of deck besides like Control can do that. Unless you want to play like Jeskai Dragons, you know, like the Boros Dragons list that got really popular. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube lately. One goes first. We can keep it. We have Spell Snare. We can maybe last a Day of Judgment. Let's try it. And Grant, no. Okay, well, this is going to be a very good test for us. Like one of the best decks still in the format. Grand getting in. I need to play this Elegant Parlor because it's going to be tapped in later. Get lost is great in this matchup, so it's going to keep it on top. And I will Spell Snare this. I'm going to counter the first thing I can see. A lot of blue players? I mean, a lot of is this format, right? You have Is It Lessons, you have like Jeskai Control is prominent. Is it Prowess? Is it Bounce? Is it Affinity? Like, is it a very strong like color pile lately? Well, made it to turn 3. And unfortunately, Grand has her senior discount. Monument to Endurance. Well, I need to counter that. If you have Snare in the main board, that'd be wild. No, just Quench. You got me. Okay. So the difference of this game so far, now we're on hard mode, is I was on the play versus the draw. And now we have to pass. At least next turn we can Ultima. Artisan Talent. Well, I think I want them to waste counter magic. And I couldn't get that off the board with Ultima. Another Monument. That's a good sign for me. Let's just hope that they don't find a second Quench. Let's draw cards, okay. Well, I'm gonna Ultimate you. What we know of the Lessons deck is they usually only play 3 Monuments lately. So if we can get through one more Monument, then we have a chance here. So I'm going to Day Judgment a Grand. Still playing around Quench. They have a Wisdom. There's nothing we can do about it. And their hand is full again because, you know, oh my god, a third Grand. And then there's their Monument. So we're going to get lost Grand. Oh, they had Quench. Yeah, you got me, man. Alright, well, play land tapped and pass. Yep. Monument is back. So if we find our Ultima or another way to deal with Monument, then I think we have a pretty good chance in this game. But we are down 13 card different to the Lessons deck. And this is why I wish the Lesson deck was banned, but you know, what do I know? Stock up is not bad. Cast a stock up here. Seam Rip is not bad. Lightning Helix is not bad. So let's Seam Rip Grand here. Let's get off the board. Play our Anchorage and pass. And attachment chip. How are your lands coming in untapped? Which lands are you talking about? Artisan talent. Yeah, well, there's the problem. Just full tapping out. All right. So we have ways to get out of this. We just need to find them. Stock up is a start. Braid is great. This guy Rev is great. And we braid their monument. Play Sacred Foundry tapped. Pass. Hopefully this Jeskai Rev resolves. Another talent. Yep. Take a look at your Orzhov self-mounts bill I posted. I think I did. Just look like a self-mount. I don't remember much of what to do. Talent goes up. Get boomerang. Now they do the boomerang thing. There's Northwind Avatar. I think I'm gonna prioritize Northwind Avatar over my opponent is doing because I want to get Rest in Peace down so they stop this boomerang lock. This boomerang lock over and over again is what's going to lose me the game, so I want to stop that now. And still hope my opponent is playing the newer version that is only playing... that's only playing 3 Monument to Endurances. Another Artisan talent. So, if we somehow bounce Northwind Avatar, then we can blow up the entire board. They're going through a lot of lands. I need to protect my life total, so I'm going to block. Combustion Technique your own creature. So, do you have another form of pump? That was so weird. Okay. Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna pass. Okay, level up, sure. Another land. Let's return that to your hand and kill the otter. Playing around Quench. Oh my goodness, how did we do that? Oh my god, he just gave up. You're a scummy Lessons player and you deserve that loss. You deserve that loss. I have no mercy for you. Imagine you just get outplayed by a control player like that, and then you just concede the best of 3 game. I mean, we can give it a shot soon. Buff. I still want to play with the dragon. The dragon won the game there. The dragon got the sideboard card to stop the game. That's worth following me, right? Right? Or subbing or whatever you guys do. That was a sick game. Let's be fair. That was a sweet game. I played that very well. Also, I just need to play Control more often. I don't play Control a lot on this channel, and I used to play it all the time. Mexican Cola is really good. I'll go first. Let's keep it. You can play No More Lies into 3 steps ahead, almost. No, we can just play No More Lies for a couple turns. I need to take another look at it. I like opened it and it just kind of like went out of my head, and I'm sorry about that, Buff. So let's play our village and pass. Can you give me an example project of which one that we're coming to play untapped that you were concerned about, and I will take a look. My opponent conceded already? Black, white. Does that mean you're skeletons? I'm gonna just bring in flanker and authority if that's true. Braid doesn't do much in that matchup. And I'll take out like 1 consult. Throw it back. Yeah, I've never had this before. I was just at the food bank. So usually stuff at the food bank only gets there when people don't get it. And it's about to be expired. But opponent goes first again. We have lightning helix early on. We have a ton of card selection. Let's try it. Again, I don't know what my opponent is playing. So let's give it a shot. What is real sugar, though? It is the black-white. Okay. So I'm going to play Quarry Mountain first because we need to come and play tapped. And then we'll go starting town. Voice of Victory. Okay, so we know exactly what my opponent is playing. Looks like they mulliganed down a little bit, and they kept on top. So let's kill this Voice of Victory while we can, so they don't get too much advantage off this Gorehound. Unfortunately, I have another voice, yeah. So we need to find Wrath to have a good shot in this game. Another way to kill voice would be really nice. Fable Passage is weird. Subset is not it, so let's stock up. Find Lightning Helix is fine. And then I do want another land guaranteed, because we have 3 steps ahead. We don't need No More Lies. So next turn, I guess I should have got Spell Snare, but Sir Vondam. Another creature you control dies, or when X output 1 counter. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. We need to find a Wrath. Find a Wrath. The Snarling Gorehound with double Voice of Victory is a problem. There's an Ultima? Sweet. So I'm gonna Lightning Helix this voice. Play Elegant Parlor. I don't think Authority is what I want here. So I'm gonna bend that away. They don't really have hasting things. There's another voice, yeah. We're gonna take 6 damage here, go to 11. And we're just gonna untap an Ultima here, and hopefully that's enough to slow down the game. We're at 9. During Innocence, sure. I'll get a Northwind Avatar. What do I want? Flare and Conquer doesn't do it. Rest in Peace, they could bring like sideboard cards back. I could also get Cease and Desist for card advantage. Let's do that. Gain some more life back. They play Rally, at least we can get rid of a couple creatures. Airbender Ascension. Oh, buddy, I don't think that's what you want to do. Bitter Bloom Bear. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think this is what you wanted to do. Because for 2 mana, I get to go get a sideboard card. And now I can just get Jeskai Rev. Airbender Ascension, like bouncing or getting value off Enduring Innocence here is kind of cute. I like it. You might have a lot of things to do, opponent. Do drop Cure. And say no to that. But they did have some like graveyard shenanigans. I'll just block you. That's fine. Because while it's on the stack, I get to cease and desist it. I'm going to take you, and I think I'm going to take Vaughn. And I will gain life and draw a card. Not a land. Fortunately, those weren't lands, so let's look for a land. None of those are land, but stuff we can do. Wow, I think I just have to pass and discard. Get lost, probably. Very innocent. Yeah. Unfortunately, we had to tap off our blue there, I guess, for stock up, because auto tapper is fun. Okay. We get to kill this bear. Go to 10 life. There's an Ultima. I'm going to stock up again to try to find some lands. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's some lands. And we can just pass, and I think we're a really good situation now. I'm still thinking what TikTok was saying about having like Quarry, like lands coming on play tapped. Quarry Mountain comes if you have a plains or an island kind of thing. Just gonna pass. Let's take 2. That's fine. Super Shredder. Gonna counter that so they don't draw a card. That's a cool concept. Dollmaker's Shop. Gonna keep countering your things. Now I get to have fun. Now I get to have fun. There's a Sea Rip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just pass. And now we're going to start doing Jeskai Rev things. I've been dying to do this interaction. I will take 2. That's fine. I've been dying to do this interaction. Yeah, you can go to end step. That's fine. So let's return this to my hand and kill one of you. And now I get to cast Northwind Avatar again. Now we go get like a Rest in Peace. We Rest in Peace. Trigger, trigger. And now we Seam Rip. And I could have played the other Jeskai Rev, but this is more fun for me. As I just kind of like suffocate them under nonsense. I will attack. It's time to turn the corner. Another Super Shredder, sure. Attacking, I have Rest in Peace in play. I will happily block. That resolves. Emptiness. Oh, my dragon. Oh no. Whatever am I gonna do? Whatever am I gonna do? I'm going to return you and kill you. And then we can just play this untapped and swing and pass. We did the thing! Buff, we did the thing! We were able to bounce dragon and replay dragon! Get all your sideboard stuff. Maybe when we do like a dragon's deck, we can put the 1-drop artifact with boomerang basics. This deck is good? I hope so. I mean, we've been brewing for like the past day to try to make Northwind be a thing. We're trying. Or I'm trying. We made an Is It Lessons player rage quit, so I think that's a victory. Like, no matter what happens the rest of the day, that's a victory in my book. Opponent goes first. Let's keep it. We can Lightning Helix into Stonk Up. And hopefully that slows my opponent down enough. They didn't have a turn 1 play, which is really good for us. So. Turn 2 Badger? Frenzy Bailoff. Ooh. So if that's what they're playing, I need a Lightning Helix now because they have protection normally, and I just want to get it off the board. It says, creature spells you control can't be countered. So let's get rid of the mono green aggro deck now. Nature's Rhythm for an elf, okay. Well, let's dock up here. 3 steps ahead is fine. I have too many lands, so I'm gonna get a Seam Rip here. Or a Boroid. There he is. The problem card of the year. I think I need to Seam Rip. Take out the elf. They could have protection, maybe why that's holding priority, but looks not. So we're just gonna shock this in and hold up 3 steps ahead. Northwind for Rest in Peace, Revelation to pick up the dragon, then Northwind for Ketramos. That's cute. That's a... We're going deep in the tank of bad jank, and I'm a fan of this. Yeah, Ouroboros does Ouroboros things. Let's just Anchorage and pass. Hopefully they don't play like another Frenzy Bailoff. Badger more. Yep. We're just dead on board now. If only my stock up actually did something. Got it. And so dumb, man. Fire and Conquer gets to come in. Do I want to bring Torpor in? No. Authority definitely comes in. A Braid feels fine. Lightning Helix feels fine. Go down one Jeskai Rev, go down one Stock Up, go down one 3 steps ahead, and chip it back. Choose your own event. I mean, that's a great name. To be fair, I had a lot of outs. Like one Wrath would have been fine. I just didn't find the Wrath. I want to keep this hand, but I can't. This seems okay. Throw away the starting 10. Play the land tapped. Hey, him pies. Hopefully this Get Lost will deal with something early. No one play again. Spell Pierce is really good. I wonder what new cards they are playing. The spell can't be countered. Yep. Could still die to Get Lost. There's another Jeskai Rev. Okay, let's knock up here. Looking for Authority and Tapland is fine. Tapland is fine because we can go Authority, Restless, and hold up Consult or Spellsnare next turn. But the downside to this is if they have Orborid next turn, it's a problem. Like, I would like to find one of my 4 Wraths. Or a Dragon. Oh look, Badger Mole. Mikey in Leo. Okay, well. Here's Authority. I think I want to play the Surveil land to go find a Wrath. Helix is not bad. Mikey and Leo, and all they have is Badger Mole to put counters is fucking wild. Oh, and Ouroboros. Because, you know. Okay. Well, I need to find a Wrath now. There's a Wrath. Last counter you're gonna get. Elf. Thrown away. Okay. Well, I know I wasted my Surveil land there, but I didn't expect to have to consult early, but we found the Wrath. Found the Wrath. Now we're just trying to get enough mana for Jeskai Rev. Nature's Rhythm for Badger. Braid is really good here. So if I kick Consult to find an untap land, that produces red. No. That tapped me funny. I already have a Spell Snare, so I think I want to get a land at Day of Judgment here. And it tapped all 3 of my red sources. Whoops. So I took Day of Judgment over the other cards because now I'm under the assumption is I can't kill an Ouroboros with this Braid. I'm just going to Wrath this board. And then hold up a Braid next turn. And this Authority of the Council should slow my opponent down enough. Old Vein Hydra. Yeah. Well, time to Wrath. They get a bunch of treasures, unfortunately. And then we still have a Braid for like an Ouroboros. My opponent has a lot of cards still. It's a problem. Badger Mole with Nature's Rhythm is an issue. Even though if I Wrath them for multiple cards, though, Mikey and Leo got them pretty good card advantage. Ain't on you, buddy. Frenzy Bailoff, sure. Playing Hydra for 5. Okay. I'm gonna kill this friendly Bailoff. Untapped land would be perfect. Nope. So let's stalk up here to try to find some lands. Seamrip can get rid of Goldvein Hydra, right? Because it's just a green. And we can play Clarion Conqueror? Sure. And then we get to untap a Jeskai Rev? Feels pretty good. Dragon Sniper. Woo, I love that card. I wouldn't... Normally that card's in the sideboard, though, so I wonder why they brought that in. Paw Patch Recruit, sure. Oh. Well, let's pass. Holding up Jeskai Rev. And I think the Project Mafia, the card you were talking about earlier, was the Disrise Village, which comes untapped if you control a mountain or forest. It doesn't have to be a basic. And the other card was Quarry Mountain, which you control a plains or an island, so dual lands count. Mikey and Leo. It's hard because I want a Jeskai Rev here. But they get to draw a card if I let this resolve, so. Let's Spell Snare this. We can take one from the Dragon Sniper, that's fine. There's an Ultima. I feel really good where we're at, so let's just pass. Hold this Jeskai Rev for something. We can also bounce our own Clarion Conqueror and then Ultima. Depends what my opponent plays. Bum, 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 bum. These are running for 2. Sure, I'll let that resolve. Return this to my hand and 4 damage to you. Double Ultimas? Sure. Go to combat first. Before we Ultima. They just take it. Sweet. Ultima time. And we still have 3 steps ahead up to their 1 card. I'll take it. I'll take it. It feels really good, doesn't it? Oh, there's a Northwind Avatar? Alright. WinCon is online, because now we can go get... I don't think they can kill Herald, but I want to get Jeskai Rev. And we can get her Conqueror and pass. And I don't even have to show them what I got from sideboard, right? No, I don't. Pretty good. Like how I sideboarded. I like how I sideboarded. So what do you guys think of this silly deck? Trevor Perizzo, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate you. And Shoal MTG, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate you. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Opponent goes first. We have Seam Rip, No More Lies, and a Day of Judgment. Fortunately, we can't cast a No More Lies. Let's try it. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt. I mean, it has all options. Like, if we get a good land here, Lightning Helix is not bad. So I'm going to play Quarry Mountain first. If I can untap and Lightning Helix. Leyline Weaver, yeah. I'm going to Seam Rip here. Let's get Leyline Weaver off the board. And then next turn we hold up Lightning Helix. Unfortunately, our two check style lands we just drew, so they don't attack. Well, that means they probably have protection, so let's just pass. And hope they don't, like, Ouroboros us. And if we get an untapped land that produces white, we'll be in a good spot. I'll just take 3, that's fine. I'll just Helix the Badger. Would you like to protect that? No? Okay. I need to stock up to find lands. One untapped blue source would probably be the best for the Spell Snare. They have priorities, so they're probably playing the triple green, look for a creature or a land. Exile, target enchantment or artifact, or fight. Or because they didn't protect their Badge Removal, right? I expect that's the 2 things that they're going to do. Patch formation. Sense. Here's all my lands. Let's get the tap land. And let's take the untap land. Play the tap land this turn and pass. And really hope they extend into this Day of Judgment. Forward. Yo, Seagoat. How you doing, bud? They attack, they probably don't have indestructible protection. Right? So if I white, red, Day Judgment, hold up Spell Snare. And worst case scenario is they have another Ouroboros. Doing another game jam in a few days. Hey, good luck. I wish you good luck with that. Maybe you can win 2 in a row. That would be sick. I didn't know we have like a celebrity royalty in here, but here we are. They just go find an Ouroboros? Sure. That works. So let's knock up here. Try to find an answer to Ouroboros. Fortunately, it's not. Let's Authority, play the land tapped, and pass. You did win 2 in a row, would be your 3rd? That's insane. I didn't know we had someone that fucking cool in my chat. That is awesome. Opponent, what are you doing? I like how I told my opponent not to do something, which is worst case scenario, and they did it anyways. I wish they would listen to me more. I'm at 4. Yep. Well, worst case scenario is they have protection. They did not. Okay. This bossing say that was going to be a problem. Doomsday without the Doomsday doesn't seem like the point of playing Doomsday. You did pass 900 followers last stream. Hey, congratulations. I'm really happy for you. That's a big feat. That's a lot more than I have. So you are the cool kid. Confirmed. Congratulations. That's really cool. And a world of small creators. That's awesome. Really, that's really, really cool. No sarcasm. I wish I had 900 followers. I'd be a kid that someone wants to watch. Here comes Bossing Say again. Resolve. Sure. You can make it bigger. That's not what's gonna make me lose this game. That ultimate was sick. I think I just need to ultima here. And if they... How do we get out of this now? I mean, I'm gonna go to 2 with this. Railland, 3-step set is not the worst, so if we... Northwind Avatar... Let's play Jeskai Rev. I was thinking of getting the card that makes me not die. No, that was wrong. There's nothing in my sideboard that could have won there, right? A Cease would have let me live for one more turn, but I didn't have the mana for it. They pumped up their own forest? Oh, baby, are we going to actually steal this? That was a mistake by my opponent. They went for the protective play, not the win play. I mean, that's fair. I've done that before. They didn't know, because I got anything from my sideboard. I could have had an answer. That's actually not bad. Which, the Deep Gear Hulk, I don't see enough play. I really like that card. You're my go-to streamer? No way, Seagoat. There's so many way better streamers out there than me. What? It's like an honor. A celebrity like you liking my stream? Fuck yeah. Alright, Bossing Say number 2. Got it. Well, I'm gonna return you and kill you. I feel really good where we are. There's another authority. And with that on the board, that's enough? Yeah. I guess getting Jeskai Rev was right. It was a weird bubble. But yeah. Don't forget to follow your favorite Magic content creator. A small content creator like me is trying his hardest so he can pay rent and have fun with Magic. When it comes to Magic, yep. Oh, thanks, Jake. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, your failure at the store champs, not playing for the win over playing not to lose. Yeah. Speaking of, holy shit. Seago actually subbed. Thank you so much for the subby. I don't know why the alert sound is not going off, but thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot. Any little bit is make or break it, brother. So I appreciate the support. And you don't get ads anymore. Ads are terrible on Twitch. I gotta go first. Let's keep it. Hopefully, we can get some lands with this hand. You never got ads? I mean, oh, are you... Yeah, you're Twitch Prime, right? Or Turbo? You have Turbo? Fuck those ads. Breeding pool tapped. Well, that's a problem. Let's hope we draw lands with a 46% chance. Cross your fingers, chat. Give me good luck. Badger Mole. Well, I'm going to spell snare that. And we didn't find a land, so I need to find a land or I think we lose. And we'll play the land we found. Yeah, I even have Paw Patch. Whoa, I love that card. Uh-oh. Missed some land drops. I did keep a kind of an interesting hand, so... Let's take damage for a couple turns. And Keeper's Talent. No, please. Land drop, please. No. Alright. We're gonna get damage from these little rabbits for a few turns. Yep, we'll take another 3. So end step, I'm gonna kill this big Paw Patch. Can't afford to sub every month, but I can this month. I mean, thank you for the support. It does help out a ton. Thank you, thank you. Another non-land, okay. Rose. Oh, let's take 3. Opponent is very patient over there. There's a land. Comes with play tap, though. There's another land, so let's just pass. Yo, Jace! What the fuck? Paw Patch formation, sure. Yo, shout out to Luna and Soul the Boy for the gifties. Jay, you're not even subbed yourself and you're gifting? Dude, thank you. I still appreciate you. Well, no more lies on that card, because that card can't live. Get that card off my board. Not allowed. No, seriously, Jay, thank you for the support. I feel like I'm begging for it right now. I'm so sorry. Not my intention. Let's do this untapped. And play Avatar. And then get what? Skyrev? Why not? Why not? Yo, thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. There's a seam rip? That seems good. No, opponent, come back. Okay, so... This looks like a better matchup for Torpor Orb. Right? Or we just bring in Clarion Conqueror and not worry about it. Out of 3 steps ahead and take out Soul. Try it again. Also, thank you. Thank you, Jay Slayer. Mr. Buff himself. You don't even have a membership, and you're giving out memberships. You're the literal goat. While we have Sea Goat. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dude, this past month of YouTube has been insane. One goes first. Let's keep it. It says you're not a member, because you would have an icon next to your name. Did it have no turn 1? Okay. Play Steam Vents tapped and pass. There's a Friendly Bailout, which is what I was worried about. So let's play Seam Rip. My land play could have been a little better. I could have played Holy Fountain on turn 1, expecting to Seam Rip on turn 2, and then play a tap land. So now our lands make us take damage from here on out, which is a problem. Double Badger Mole. Must be nice. But we'll play our land tapped and pass. Into my opponent's 7 mana. Another Badger Mole, sure. Yeah, that's a problem. Soul Guide Lantern. Well, that doesn't work against me, so I'm happy to see it. They're going to combat, so I'm just going to kill Badger Mole now that they're tapped out. Get lost. Not bad. So let's play this untapped and commit to... I guess I can get lost now and hold up No More Lies because they have way less mana. When Ultima he's quitting? Yeah, I gotta find the Ultima though. Figure of Fable. Oh gosh, they shock in? Sure. That seems like a choice. Okay, so they have protection magic because they're holding up Breeding Pool. So I need to go find something. Like, do you want to counter this? It's gonna play my dragon. I assume their last card is a 6 Sense. Or Spider Sense. So I'm gonna just play my Northwind Avatar. Have a giant blocker. And then now we can get a Clarion Conqueror. Figure of Fable. Just gonna level it up now. Sure. Let's Clarion Conquer you. And I have No More Lies back up. I'm gonna play this tapped. No attacks. So they can't activate figure. They can't activate any of their lands now. My turn. Ooh, another land. Perfect. No attacks. Let's pass. How do you think about what you put your sideboard? Jake, I will answer that right after the game. That's a great question. We waited hours yesterday for that. So let's copy and draw some cards. I'm gonna copy you. And if you want to finally spend your counter magic, I think that's fine with me. A Demi? Sure. So with a Demi out, I think I want to kill a Demi now. Oh, they F6'd. Okay. No attacks. I will show you in a little bit, Jake, because I wanted to show you like examples and why. They're like meta calls. Clarion Conqueror beating Badger. Oh, we have the sideboard bug. 1 second. I hate the sideboard bug. So the first off, one we're testing. Right now we're testing between Torpor Orb and Clarion Conqueror. And now that we played some games, I think I want to take Torpor Orb out because the only matchup it really destroys is the Infinite Airbending combo deck. And right now that deck is not on Magic Arena because it's near to possible to play. Right? Because you usually get timed out while you're trying to combo and your opponent just watches you and it's really dumb. Right? So now that I thought about it, I'm going to take those 2 cards out. So we talked about this on the Discord yesterday, and I did some research about this because turbo nerd magic. Maybe I have autism. I don't know. Tested a few times. Is people in the past have played with sideboard cards of having like 5 to 6 copies of a card you want to search for, right? So Northwind Avatar is kind of the base of this of sideboard cards we get to go find. And the first one is just find another Jeskai Rev. This is our 4th copy of Jeskai Rev, so that is the first inclusion. And then I have Sphinx of the Final Word in here. This is the new inclusion because in case we run into counter magic wars, Sphinx beats everything. right? Only thing it can't beat is a bounce, but then again, you get to come back down. It doesn't got a Jeskai Rev, and your opponent might not have Wraths, right? So it's just a really good card. And then one, this is the community pet card, which is Herald. Herald says you can't win the game, you can't lose the game, your opponents can't win, and some decks can't beat this card. So besides that, we're going one step further with meta calls. The first meta call is Cease and Desist. Cease and Desist is very versatile, and we can play both sides of this card with Starting Town in our deck to exile 2 cards from my opponent, say if they're playing Superior Spider-Man, or Desist, destroy artifacts and enchantments. So this is a meta call to do both things. One, it does Rest in Peace, Graveyard, or it just hates on all artifact or enchantment. It was really good against Lessons earlier, and when we got to cast it, and it blew out a black-white skeleton deck as well. The other card is Riverturn Monument. Is sometimes in the grindy matchups, if you just play a Riverturn Monument, especially in like a mirror, you win the game, right? Because your game is so grindy, you just win on the spot. So the goal of the sideboard is A, get cards and win a game, or B, be disruptive. So right now, the cards and wins a game is either Jeskai Rev, Riverturn Monument. To be disrupted, we have Cease and Desist, and Sphinx of the Final, and then Herald is our last card that just kind of like can win the game on the spot. In addition, on top of that, we have cards that are just like one ofs addition, like Flanker. Flanker is a one of. It can come in the main board, or we can search for it. But the problem we have with the deck in a meta call is we were so concerned with overboarding, right? Because we have this sideboard. So the goal of today was to brew the sideboard in a way of we have 5 to 6 options that we can get under any circumstances, and we're still trying to figure out that balance of which 5 to 7. So far, Jeskai Rev stays, Cease and Desist stays, Riverturn stays, and Sphinx of the Final. So those 4 cards are the guaranteed cards I always want to get. Herald is kind of cheesy. It's fun. I don't know if it's going to stay in. Playing these games, though, Clarion Conqueror is just a house when it gets to come in. Especially game 1 against a Badger Mole deck, you just bring it in from the sideboard and watch your opponent struggle, because usually they don't have ways to answer it. Torpor Orb is good in here, but I think I want to take it out, and I don't know what yet, because this just shuts down the Airbending deck. The Airbending deck cannot beat Torpor Orb. Just plain and simple. But there's not very many on Arena, so I think I want to take it out and open 2 sideboard slots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pseudo 5.5 to 6 for sideboard slots. So we have Rest in Peace guaranteed, Authority of the Councils. I don't want more than 3. Like 2 Rest in Peace and Cease and Desist, I think is enough, especially if we have Northwind Avatar. So that's possible 5 options of Graveyard Hate, and I think that's enough for this deck. So the question is, what cards do I want to bring in that are sideboard cards? By the way, we are 4-0 on the day, or 4-1 on the day with this new version. So options, because we will go into a 4-color control maybe tomorrow. I'm just enjoying the standard Jeskai control shell today. And then we're going to look at dragons maybe tomorrow or the day after as well. So some sideboard cards that are possible could be like Break the Seal. I see an uptick of Break the Seal a lot. Destroy target enchantment. If the permanent you control or token was destroyed, draw a card. Exactly. You can also have 1 Torpor Orb in the sideboard, because when in doubt, Northwind Avatar can go find it, right? And I like that, and I like the toolbox kind of style decks of that. And now that I just talked about it out loud, let's just put 1 back in. So we have a slot for 1 of something. My first thought is Exorcised. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. Another one someone brought up was Ral. And I don't want to put Washington. It's just kind of gimmicky. We can also have like Voice of Victory. Could be fun. We can have an Ugin. Just like go get an Ugin and watch my opponent like struggle. Exactly. You either have the game winners or you have a way to change the game in your favor. And that's why I really want to brew around this card for several days, because it's just fun for me. And it's something new, right? It's not I'm playing the typical decks that Unholy Annex. I thought about Unholy Annex in the 4-color deck because we can support more black more. Because you need double black to get the demon out, right? And that's hard to do in this deck. Another card we can look. I am feeling we could have another Wrath in the sideboard. Just like another We can have like a Day of Judgment or another Ultima and fit that sideboard card, because then we can search for a sideboard card with Northwind Avatar. What one person was recommending the other day was instead of Wrath, what if we had, I think it was Buff that said this over on YouTube. I'm not going to bring in Omniscience. We're cheesy with Herald Eternal. You only get one cheese, chat. Pick one cheese. Right? That's your one cheese. You either take out Herald and put Omniscience in or not. High Noon is the thing, but that's just really not, I don't know. We could put High Noon in, like as a one of. High Noon also does the same effect as Torp Orb against the Infinite Combo deck too. The Airbending Infinite Combo. It just shuts that deck down. And they really have a difficult time getting rid of enchantments, even in their sideboard. Herald Omni? Okay. So we can put one High Noon in over Day of Judgment. Which one do you guys want? Both seem fine. Rise of the Darkwell. Wait, hold on. Put all creature cards from all graveyards in the battlefield under your control. Okay. I'm going to put that will be our pet card in the 4-color deck. Just for you, Jake. Just for you. But yeah, do we want another Wrath in the sideboard or want to put High Noon? What's the artifact creature that gives you hexproof? You mean the Crystal Barricade? That's an interesting choice. Ooh, I like that. I have not played with that card. You have hexproof. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other creatures you control. Yeah, but there's not enough burn in the meta. Like, I haven't seen anti-mill. True. We haven't seen any mill deck today, though. Let's try it. That's fun to have. And then for Jake, we're going to go over to the 4-color deck. Just for you, buddy. And we'll put in Rise. We'll put in Rise for you. That'll be our pet card in the sideboard of 4-color. And we'll take out Herald. There we go. So the 4-color deck is kind of the same concept. It loses 3 steps ahead and goes for the inevitable defeat plan in the 4-color package. Besides that, it's pretty similar list, except the sideboard where we get Strategic Betrayal that goes with Rest in Peace as sideboard. We still have Conquer, we have Sphinx, we have Jeskai Rev, and then we have Outrageous Robbery as the black card. So Rise of Dark Realm, Outrageous Robbery, Strategic Betrayal, and Inevitable Defeat is what we get for going into black. This is what I brewed up this morning right before stream started. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Also, Buff, what do you think of the new camera? I actually put a ring light up. So I have a light over there, I have a light over there, and I have a light right there. And it's just like right in my face. Like after yesterday when I streamed for like, what, 5.5 hours? It was just like my eyes were so tired because there's a light right there that I want to just like flick. Anyways, so we're still going to be playing with Dragon for a couple days. I hope that's fine with you. It better be fine because that's what I'm doing. Because this is what I enjoy doing right now. Uh-oh. We're against Kaido. Kaido is a hard matchup for us. Every time someone has the Kaido avatar, they're playing Kaido. And they're going first. Uh-oh. We have early interaction, however, and Get Lost can kill a Planeswalker. Gene Pollinator. That's not a Kaido deck. What the hell? Lied to me. It's because you have that cute raccoon, probably. Another gene pollinator, sure. Unfortunately, we don't have double blue for 3 steps ahead, and it's going to be a problem. This guy Rev was not a good draw. A little too early for you. Black. Formidable speaker. Sure. I was not expecting that. Deceit. Or Boroid, okay. I think I want to go get untapped blue swords. There's one. Perfect. Perfect. So we'll play this and pass. And either 3 steps ahead. I want a 3 steps ahead, or I guess I get a lightning helix this or a Boroid. Human. Is this Cavero time? Why are you playing Superior Spider-Man and Ouroboros in the same deck? Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. The fact that they had Cavernous Souls too makes me really frustrated. I don't know why it makes me frustrated, but here we are. Them bouncing Formidable Speakers, sweet too. I'm gonna loot because I need to find an answer to this board. There's an answer to this board. Team Rip is not it. There's a Surveil land, so let's Surveil. Don't need another Lightning Helix. And let's pass. Trying to hide this Day of Judgment, by the way. Or Boroid, sure. Before you go to combat, I'm going to kill Ouroboros. And we take 6 down to 10. Now the question is, do I Day of Judgment now? I think so. I think I Day of Judgment now to protect my life total a little bit. Play like tap land and pass. What is the specs on my PC? Question. Or Boroid, that's a problem. 1, 2. So if I play this, I can kill Ouroboros and still hold up 3 steps ahead. Let's do that. And then next turn we can Jeskai Rev them. Actually, this comes in play tap because we have basic. I have a 3080. And with a... I don't know. I actually haven't thought about that in a while. Badger Mole. Well, this isn't going to get any better, so let's get rid of Badger Mole. Cavernous Souls on Formidable Speakers, whatever. Oh, it's an elf. It's not a human. That's a human. And that's an untapped land. Sweet. There's our Jeskai Rev mana. I had the Radon 7 series, 7000 series. There's a Badger Mole. Sure, you got it. Alright, well, we will return this to your hand and kill the Badger Mole. They just let it go without tapping mana, so they must really like that last card of theirs. It was really weird, but, you know. There's a stock up? Perfect. Only downside of this deck is I don't have Demo Field, and I think that's a problem. Lightning Helix 3 steps ahead? Perfect. Play Agna Kel to have a loot going. Bastion and pass. I don't know what else. Like, I have 2 terabyte SSD drive. Oh, look, Cavero. Look at that. Barrow on Ouroboros when it's a 4/4 is dirty. I like it though. I don't think I need Lightning Helix. I want to have this land guaranteed in Northwind Avatar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. There's an Ultima? That's funny. Let's swing in. Whites. Whites. Blue. And let's Wrath here. And then we get to play our Northwind Avatar. Or our Jeskai Rev. Yeah. Also, thank you again, Buff, for the gifted members over on YouTube. Thank you so much for the continued support. You are amazing. I don't know why you hang out here all the time, but I approve. Oh, you know what's funny, chat? Is yesterday... Oh, there's Norborage, sure. Let's go to the next game. Let's bring in Rest in Peace directly. Also, this Crystal Barricade might be cute. Warp Orb stops ETB triggers. Keep it in the sideboard. Let's put Ultima on the side. Put a Lightning Helix. And try it like that. Keep going 61. I need to go 60. I need to be a better player, statistically. Also, tomorrow, chat, is our 1 month anniversary of getting a sub button, a membership button, and being an affiliate on YouTube. That is tomorrow. Can you believe it's been a month? No, the sub button came in January 1st. So January 1st was the membership thing, and then 1K was March 5th. Oh, thanks for the free game, I guess. You just not want to play against Control? Dude, I'm trying to test over here. If we hit Diamond with this deck, then I'll probably go to the 4-color deck. So if we scream through Platinum somehow today, then I'll go to the 4-color deck. One goes first. I don't think we can keep this. We don't have double white and really no interaction, so let's mulligan that. Well, this is kind of the same thing. So, throw away land and keep the surveil land. Bring Leaf Drum. Plains. Uh-oh. This is probably the deck we were worried about. Just keep a land on top. So my opponent is probably playing the mono white deck that just won the league. Yep, looks like it so far. Another Springleaf Drum, sure. Unless I control a plains or an island, which I do. So let's just play Quarry and hold up our Get Lost. This Ultima is going to be really good against this Springleaf Drum. Counter Souls and Human. Sure. Take 2. I have nothing in my graveyard. I think I want to make sure I get the double white down, so I'm going to play this land tapped and pass. And if they're just going to attack for me for 2, I will take this. I'm in no rush. There's a Lightning Helix, that's funny. Let's play our Sacred Foundry tapped and pass. I can either Lightning Helix this Survivor, or just like or I can just hold on to this Ultima for forever. Hard choice. Let's see if they have protection. They don't. Okay. Very interesting turns by my opponent. The last turn I could have untapped with Consult the Star Charts there, but not how I played that last turn. I was kind of dead set on Lightning Helix there. My opponent has no plays on turn 5. Curious Farm Animal, yeah. Stage of this guy. Yep. Okay. So they still have Prio, so why do you have Prio? I don't know. Let's kick this Consult. And I feel kind of good where we are right now. Feel really good, actually. Uh-oh, I'm lagging. No! Back, come back. The new Nagi? Another Lightning Helix? Sure. I guess I could get the land in case I draw no more lies. Or not no more lies in case I drew Reb. But I think I'm just going to ultimate here. The worst thing they could have is like Dawn's Truth. If they had protection like that, it might have been better to get the second Wrath over Lightning Helix. Let's hope they don't blow us out. do 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 do. Yeah, exactly what you just said on Discord. This mono white version my opponent is playing right now has been doing very well the last 2 days, which is funny because it doesn't use any of the new cards. I guess TMNT is just not that good. Stop printing half sets full of legendary creatures that no one wanted. Oh, yesterday, chat. I was playing when I asked you guys if you could hear music on stream, and I unpaused the music for like, what was it, 4-5 seconds. In that 4 or 5 seconds, YouTube immediately DMCA claimed me. There's new types of YouTube DMCA claim. One is an actual strike on your channel, but the majority of the time when 2026, what happens is someone claims it. That means they get a portion of your monetization. So like say if I made $10 on a video, the person who has the claim on the song gets half of that monetization, right? Which is funny. Like the person who has the claim on it is some account from like India. It wasn't even the person who has that song. They used it in like some video with like 400 views. It's really fucked up, the YouTube algorithm, and it's kind of frustrating that a lot of people have claim on music that's definitely not theirs, but they're abusing the system. It's like a bunch of new accounts. For example, I know ZFG. If you know ZFG, he talked about this a while ago, where he has fake pixelated music that he inserts into his randomizers. And someone claimed that because they played a version of the Legend of Zelda song on like some instrument, it was like a ukulele, that they had full rights to every version of that song. and copyright claimed him, and I thought it was weird. I want to find my land drop, so I'm gonna stock up here. $5 for 5 seconds, right? And that's why I think a lot of people are trying to scam the flawed YouTube system, because it's not even it's not even the creators of the original work. It's people just claiming songs left and right, or any soundbite left and right, to try to get monetization on it, to get money. Because yeah, if somehow my live stream made $10, which it doesn't, they have rights to half of it, just because they have the claim on the song soundbite. My opponent has left the game. Okay. Sweet. Give him a frowny face. I wonder what happened to him. They might have like DC'd for real, or they just got salty. Control is making people rope today. Put your Azorius list up. You're pretty close. You just have Riddler for card advantage, bounce off. Yeah, your list is pretty close to what they're doing. You just get a little more interaction in the sideboard with your blue. So, I don't know why the mono white version is winning so much, but here we are. I get to go first. We don't have white, so I don't think I can keep this. This looks a lot better. Fortunately, the only interaction we have is Lightning Helix, but maybe we get to 5 mana Northwind and can take over again. If the mono white list keeps winning games, then maybe we can try it in a couple days. But this week is definitely, it's Dragon time. Also, question chat. This weekend is Star City Games. It is the first large tournament, and this weekend, if you want, we can watch over the Star City Games stream, similar like what we did with the Pro Tour, or because the following week I will be gone from the 14th to the 23rd. So the week of the 16th through the 20th, I will be gone. I have some personal family stuff I'm going to attend, and so I'm taking a official week off of stream. I am sorry. I know it's right before a set came out, but that means the Pro Tour, the Magic Spotlight Series, not Pro Tour, that's on the 13th, 14th, and 15th, I won't be covering like we did for the last Pro Tour. So if we wanted this weekend, the 7th and the 8th, no, I just thought about it. I was about to say maybe we can watch over the stream together, but it's not the Pro Tour, so I'll probably keep that off the channel. We'll just talk about it on Discord like we did with the last SCG event. What's with my opponents not showing up for their games? We'll keep 6. We'll throw away Jeskai Rev. And we'll play our Steam Vents tapped and pass. The PT coverage was fun? Yeah, I just won't be here for the next Pro Tour. They're not calling it a Pro Tour. I think it's silly, but get out of here, bot. Good job, Nightbot. So we'll do the next one we'll do the actual Pro Tour for Strixhaven. I will be around for that for sure. I just have unfortunate emergency in the family I need to take care of, and I will be stepping away from stream. I'm sorry. But I will still be on Discord and posting stuff, and I'll post more shorts and memes and stuff in the meantime. But there won't be any live stream for that week. I do apologize, but and I will be back, so I will not stream from the 16th through the 20th like I normally do during the week. I will be back on the 23rd, and we'll be back to live streams. The mobile version of Arena app has been crashing a lot. Well, I found out how to get through Platinum Hell. Some of these roads might be disconnects. I mean, you're like, we see the streamer and he has the worst deck ever to play against. I don't want to play with him. We'll be fine. It's just priorities, fortunately. I would like to be a larger streamer, but there's going to be a few things in my life that takes priority. Opponent goes first. Well, we have Lightning Helix. Let's try it. Let's try to keep one of these large land hands. Gene Pollinator, sure. We'll play our land taps. And the No More Lies is nice for early interaction. Unfortunately, we're on the draw, so we can't deal with the inevitable Badger Mole that's about to come down. Or Leyline Weaver. Question is, do I want to... No, I don't. We're just going to pass. I was about to say, should I Lightning Helix this Leyline Weaver now? Because they wouldn't be able to play Ouroboros this turn, but they played another Gene Pollinator, so they can. You've been playing on iPad lately, and it's been chugging? Interesting. I did see issues with this morning before stream while I was brewing around. I did do the Popper weekly event, and I had a lot of connection issues. Like, me and my opponent one game kept disconnecting over and over again, and I rarely disconnect from Magic Arena. Riddler. Yeah, I can't let Riddler exist. The hard cast Riddler is a choice. There's Day Judgment, sweet. So I'm holding up Lightning Helix here in case I have Ouroboros. Badger Mole is not a problem, because I'm going to untap Day Judgment. Even if they play Ouroboros, do I just let it happen? Just let it go? And save Lightning Helix? My opponent has infinite mana over there. They just hard cast Riddler again. All right. My opponent is just going for it. Okay. They kept the Surveil on top. That's scary. Would you like to attack Leyline Weaver? Yeah, he is. Gets in for 2. Well, you have forced me to Day of Judgment, opponent. 0-7 to your board. Bum, 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 bum. Nature's Rhythm for 2. Hey, you go get that Badger Mole. There's an Ultima? I kind of want an Ultima here. Just get fucked, you stupid Badger. Oh, that felt so good. Sure, you get a Leyline Weaver. Yo, what up, Tex? How does that feel? That felt so good. Like, kind of. Okay, well, I'm gonna just Northwind Avatar. Go get another Jeskai Rev. Play our tap land, and then we're just gonna go Jeskai Rev into Jeskai Rev. And that should be enough. The fact that Northwind Avatar doesn't tell my opponent the card I got is so good. Sure, you got an Ouroboros. So we're gonna return you and kill you. Oh, Clarion Conqueror comes in. Do I want to bring Authority? I kind of want to bring in Rest in Peace, and then we can find Flanker if we need it. So let's take an Ultima to the sideboard for Northwind Avatar. Let's take out a Consult. And take out Lightning Helix and ship it back. Patrimol is fine. I love how you have corrupted your own phone. I love how you corrupted your own phone. That now it autocorrects to that. You want to play against this deck with your standard? I don't know what that means. What are you playing in standard? This is pretty much Jeskai control with the new dragon. Elspeth with Scavenged Talent and Water Crystal. Interesting. Are you control or are you like... Interesting. The brew sounds fun though. It's mill. Are you playing with the 2-drop artifact as well as like your extra milk on? I assume you're not or are you playing with like space time continuum or whatever that 4-drop card is? Don't need it. Oh, cool. Sounds fun. And I assume you're not playing with the new Kitsune card. Wait on my opponent. Uh-oh, did they DC again? You replace it with control cards? That makes sense. Well, if you played Jeskai with the new dragon, you could just go get whatever mill piece you wanted. What goes first? Let's keep it. I believe that we will find a way to deal with lands. So let's pay 2 life and Seam Rip here. And really hope that we find a land drop for this Clarion Conqueror. Hedge Maze is a good sign. Because that means it's not turn 2 Badgermole. Ooh, I'm going to play this Misrides Village and pass. Because it will... I guess that's wrong because it comes to play untap with this mountain. I've never played with this card, that's my bad. Well, let's Clarion Conquer you. You have bounce? It'd be interesting if they had bounce against the control deck. Also, this Clarion Conquer is really bad on this board because my opponent has nothing that Conqueror stomps. Do you like to play Badgermole? You know you want to. Mockingbird on my Clarion Conquer. Sure. Do not care about that. Got me. I'm going to play stock up and hope they don't have a Spell Pierce. I need to find my land drop, and I think that's more important than anything else. I already have a Wrath, so I don't need that. I think I just want to guarantee my land drops. So let's play our land, and I'm just going to pass. It's funny how the Badger deck copied Clarion Conquer. Yeah, no blocks. Ooh, Project Mafia, have you been playing with the new 4-drop? It came in lore when the 4-drop cannot be countered card. Well, I'm just going to attack. and I'll pass. What a weird matchup. I mean, it's good for me as long as I hit my land drop, right? Yeah, you can hit me for 3. That's fine. And I'm going to play a Nunagi. You have Disdainful Stroke. That would be brutal. If you don't, I think I just kind of win. Because, like, how does the Badger deck deal with Unagi? They could be playing, like, bounce card, like we talked about, right? Got a reader. Yeah, you read that Waterbed 4 card. I really like Unagi. Oh, we get a land too? Alright. So now we have more power on board with 3 steps ahead up and Lightning Helix. I feel like we are in the driver's seat. What do you want to do, buddy? What if I get Aetherized? Bounce off. Okay, you're gonna learn the hard way about Waterbend. Detect Intrusion, the trigger. That is so cute. Sure. I'm not gonna waste my 3 steps ahead on that. Pass. I don't know why they have bounce off unless they have no sideboard tech when I wrath them. That's like the only thing I can think of. Detect Intrusion to bounce off and the creature's still in my hand. I like it. Good job, Badger. So from here, what? We can Lightning Helix their Clarion Conqueror, 3 steps ahead, get lost. Oh, you're playing with, what is that 4 blue colorless card? I love that card. So you're playing mill, copy my opponent's stuff. I like it. You know, one thing I wish that I was rich, and the only reason why I wish I was rich is because I am only in tier 1 Nitro on the Discord channel, and I would love to just make it tier 3 so we could just have discord.gg/ like Raven Shack and just be like Raven Shack officially. That'd be so nice. Take 3 more damage. And we'll play the Nagi again. Now we can think about 3 steps aheading a bounce spell if they have it. Or if they bounce counter again. Like if they do this interaction of bounce and detect intrusion again, then I think I will kill this Clarion Conqueror. Because they're not doing anything. But yeah, that would be one nice goal if I had money. Like, if this becomes a real thing, I think one of the first few things I want to put money in is just make Discord tier 3. So we can not have random Discord names. It's like... That's just a dream of mine. How much is tier 3? Like $200 or more. Sorry, opponent. I'm here. I had to change the TikTok thing. Alright, we'll attack. Unfortunately, we can't Lightning Helix them to kill him. but we can Jeskai rev them. We'll play this on tap, so we have Jeskai rev mana and pass. I think it is. Let me look. You need 28 boosts or something. It's really dumb. You need 7 coins, right? You need 7 boosts. One server boost is $35 plus tax. I don't know what my opponent is doing, but thank you for the game. 7 boost would be $245 before tax. I just looked it up. That'd be definitely one of the first things I wish I had for the community, just to make the Discord a little better, because you get better audio and stuff when you're tier 3. Like, you get more soundboard, you get more emojis, you get a banner. The audio quality when we're like watching movies on the Discord, because we have a movie channel that we used to watch on all the time, that gets better animated quality. Custom invite link, and we can have more bigger file uploads. That's kind of like one of the goals I wish I had for Discord. And then number 2, I would love to do paper magic. I talked about it a lot, but doing like paper magic games I think would be fun. That would be like the next goal for the channel. And then 3 would be box openings, like in that order. Like do more box opening and product opening, things like that. That'd be fun. Voting goes first. Well, we have stuff. Let's keep it. Another Badger deck. Oh no. That means I need to turn 1, play my starting town to hold up Spell Snare. Unfortunately, it slows us down for this No More Lines, but I need to have an answer to Spell Snare. Didn't find the land, so we got to play this tapped and pass. Another Badger deck. This was like the 3rd in the row. Unfortunately. Gross. How dare you, Badger deck. Nature's Rhythm. Can I Spell Snare that? Please. Now we're just so far behind because I needed a land. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll do the exact same thing we did earlier. We have gotten by our lands in a lot of our losses. Most of our losses, but fucking whatever. Maybe I should have mulliganed down to 5 there. I've been on a kick lately of Oryx. I think that's his name. He opens... I talked about this yesterday, where he opens a lot of like older booster packs. I'll go first. Sure, let's try it. Let's see if we draw our lands again. Maybe we should go up to 27 lands, because for some reason we just keep getting land screwed. I thought 26 would be enough, but, you know, here we are. Well, we have a lot of stuff to do. And we have Clarion Conqueror, so I think the answer is consult to find our land, play Clarion Conqueror into this. I could get countered here, but they didn't do it. So we found the land drop, and we have the turn 3 Clarion Conqueror. And hopefully that slows down my opponent enough that I can draw lands to get out of this. Leyline Weaver, also something that does nothing here. gonna swing. And I can pass. Like my opponent wants the race? Ooh. They kill your Leyline Weaver. And if they want to waste mana on stopping Get Lost, Archdruid's Charm. Ooh. Sure. So my mistake for not having No Moralize mana up, and I should have just played patiently. I got punished for a card I haven't seen in a while. Archdruid Charm. I deserve that. So if I was just patient, we would have been fine. Fortunately, that's not the reality we live in now. Now we're playing on hard mode. I'm gonna Wrath and still hold up Spell Snare. Fortunately, they get to bounce that creature back to their hand because it's part of the cost within Web. But I can't wait that long. And then now we don't have red mana, so we're under some problems here. If they go Llanowar Elves or Boroid, then we're in trouble. Almost like fucking clockwork, man. I need to kill this before it gets counters on it. And we need to make Jeskai red mana like now or we lose. Cool. Okay. So 2 mistakes there. I should have been patient with Clarion Conqueror, and and then at that point we're too far behind. And then number 2, we just kind of got fucked on our lands. So we were on a winning streak, and I kind of threw that away, didn't I? Oh well. Try again. I think that's our first loss today, right? No, it's our second loss. That's right, we lost to the Izzet Prowess deck. Okay. Well, let's try this again. And let's try to play a little better. Let's keep this. Hopefully we draw red. Scryed on top, interesting. I haven't seen Temple of Silence in a while. I wonder what they're playing. There's a region called Starting Town, not Finishing Town. Duress, yeah. Okay. Temple of Silence, Duress. At least my hand is very redundant. But if I was my opponent, I would play Jeskai Rev. Like, take the card that's going to be winning the game. But well, they put it on the top, so I assume another Duress is coming. Deep Cavern Bat. Well, we're gonna say no more lies to Deep Cavern Bat. And I would love to draw lands. Salt is not it. Okay, let's just pass. is this like black-white control? The camera bat is not going to exist. Because it's going to take 3 steps ahead anyways, so I want to get it off the board. Wasted victory I don't care about. Oh, I'm going to take this red source, and we can kill Voice of Victory before we start taking damage, and we can pass. I feel really bad about not kicking Consult, but we just can't wait. There's another Consult, so let's kick this to find our land drops. I think I need to take both of them. Another land is fine. That guarantees our land 7. Another Enduring Innocence. Ooh, baby. Baby. Unfortunately, this land comes into play tap because Starting Town is getting us a little bit. Another survey land, okay. Can take this damage for a while, that's fine. Raven Eagle, yeah. It's a good way to draw a bunch of cards. Because I get to make a clue token that way? Sick. I was gonna kill this now. But they don't get more value off of it. They already got 2 card draws. And yeah, they're beating us on the card advantage front for sure. So hopefully this Jeskai Rev can get us back into this game. Well, we're at 7 mana at least. I would really like to find an Ultima because it can get these Enduring Curiosities off the board forever. Starting Towns for Multiversal Passage, maybe like 1 or 2. Passages are nice when we want to play cards that are not in Jeskai colors out of our sideboard. Take some damage here, that's fine. Deep Cavern Bet. Turn you and kill you. Really looking for an Ultima to get rid of these Enduring Innocence because we're going to lose the card advantage to these 2 idiots. More lands, not what I need. The difference between traditional standard and regular... Oh my gosh, you have an Alkalite? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna play this untapped and pass. The card advantage of my opponent is insane. This is gonna be a very hard matchup. I could have double blocked here. And that might be a mistake because then they can kill this token. I assume they have a lot of removal. Yep. So I got punished for that. I needed to double block. moment I did, I was like, this is a mistake, but here we are. Just need an Ultima. Or a dragon. A Johnny? Sure.
Danger surrounds us. Stay close. Side by side.
Worst case scenario for Ara. So the difference between traditional standard, regular standard, traditional standard is best of 3. Regular standard is best of 1. That rev is not a bad draw. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, this No More Lines won't get this elegy. Later, bud. Jeez. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck to your daughter's ballet. I will be here. Struggling against the infinite card advantage opponent. Elspeth. Yeah, you got it.
I light the path to victory. Warriors, rise!
Getting beat down by black-white aggro. Or black-white tokens. What a day. I like how I said I wanted lands earlier, and I haven't found the fucking lands. Until I now found all the lands. Try it like this, and hopefully we have a better game 2. Hopefully we have a better game 2. I didn't really talk about my sideboard process there, I'm sorry. Can't keep this hand. Sure, we can keep this hand. Go this way, play our parlor. Don't want to get lost, I want to land. Hope I don't get turn 1. Okay, I did not. I kept it on top really fast, though. Target opponent rules are and you choose an artifact or creature. Yeah, results. I don't know why you would bring that in against me, but, you know, here we are. It's 2026. I can just play land and pass. Anything? That seems like a good sign for us. We'll play this land shocked because we can consult here. Why Scornful Slayer? Might be wrong to counter that. So, yeah, let's stock up here. Get some cards. Knock this in, hold up a braid and pass. Do 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 do. Eat Cavern Bat. Well, let's kill the bat. You get information on my hand though. Missed a land, so I'm going to pass. Could have consulted there for lands, and that might be a better decision. But we can at least lose with this 3 steps ahead. I'm going to throw away Day Judgment because they're... Oh, we found another Wrath anyways. Let's just pass. I was about to say I want to have Spell Snare because I have a lot of 2-drops in their deck that I'm worried about. Very innocent. I want to get the land for sure. We can just normalize this. That's fine. There was a lot of goodies in that hand felt really bad, but... Doing it this way might do something. Player might be wrong here, but it's another blocker. But stops their planeswalkers as well. Like, Torpor would be much better here. But... return this to you, 4 damage to you. And we found another land, perfect. And just keep the pressure on. We know what my opponent can do if the game like snowballs too much, so I want to get through their board as fast as possible. Another Enduring Innocence. Sure. Let's shock this in. Another Jeskai Rev. Play our protection. Swing out. And pass. Now they can't Thought Seize us. Or Duress or any of that fun stuff because of this barricade. And we still have Spell Snare up. Worst case scenario is they Wrath here. And that would be really surprising, but it would get me. Cavern Pet. Look at target opponent's hand, so that does nothing but draw a card. Which could be a reason to Spell Snare, so they don't have more card advantage. What mode am I playing? I'm playing best of 3 ranked right now. Let's just attack. And we can pass. Right now we are 8-2 on the day with this different brew of Jeskai. My Spell Snare. Trigger. And now we still have Jeskai Rev up. Beat Cavern Bat. Well, I am going to return that to your hand and kill you. And that should be enough. Yep. On to game 3. I think I still liked how I sideboarded. I like how I sideboarded. Try it again. We can think about bringing in a gate, I guess. Because they probably have a lot of hand hate. Oh well. I already clicked the button. I'm also live on other platforms as well, in case you guys don't like the tick of the talk. Or the amount of ads that is on Twitch, because gosh, there's so many and I can't control them. They're really going downhill, aren't they? One goes first, and we have this terrible hand yet again. This doesn't seem bad. Throw away Jeskai Rev. No turn 1, which is a good sign. But all of their stuff happens on turn 2, right? So our hand is interesting. I hope we draw lands, or we'll be in trouble. Scryland, okay. It's a good sign. Duress. Well, can't stop that. I assume they're going to take no more lives? Yep. And we just pass. Hopefully we don't get duressed again. Fable Passage is interesting. I guess if they're playing the Void Guide, that makes sense. And I really hope I get to untap with this 3 steps ahead, but it's very unlikely. Why? Well, that's a target for my Get Lost. And we get to untap with 3 steps ahead now. Sweet. My opponent with the F6 value, I get it. I get it. There's a Lightning Helix. Seems pretty good. We can respond to my opponent's board in multiple ways. Whoa, look at that swamp. Kind of cool. My head's in the way. Heat Cavern Bat. Sure. Which card would you like to take? And they get to map here. I guess it could have been a reason why just Lightning Helix is in response, because they want to get map value. So now they get double map value, and now thinking about that, it's a mistake. Play this land. Stock up's fine. Get in for 2, that's fine. And then I'm going to counter whatever you play. Cycle Intimidation Tactics. Okay. Definitely want to get a land. And maybe more card selection. So let's Seam Rip here. Take away the Cavern Bat. They could have, like, in white, way to get rid of the Seam Rip. Like, Get Lost. Yeah, that works. That's fine. So hopefully they will extend in this Day of Judgment now. Raven Eagle. Speaking of card advantage, how many creatures in your graveyard? 1? Okay, so that's the only clue that they will get. Northwind Avatar. I think I want to guarantee my land drops. Set. Next turn, we play Northwind Avatar and go find Torpor Orb. Or we can Day of Judgment, hold up 3 steps ahead. If we had an untapped land. But we will eventually have to worry about our life total here. Johnny, yep.
Come with me to safety. My allies stand strong.
Northwind here. I think I'm gonna get into gate. And we can just pass. Worst case scenario is they play like an Elspeth here, and we would die on the spot. At least with negate, we can protect this Northwind Avatar. The gate we just got. But now if they play Elspeth, we're not dead on board. It's like the worst case scenario here, right? Shoot the sheriff is not worst case scenario. But now they get to get an extra clue with Raven Eagle, and that's a problem. Hoping they didn't have 2 points for removal. I assume they boarded a lot out against the control deck, but what do I know? Let's Wrath and get our stuff back. We'll eventually have to worry about this with Johnny as well. Because Johnny ult is at 8, and he's at 5 right now. And this Fountain Port is going to be a problem because we don't play demo fields in this list, and that could be a detriment to us. Let's play Hall of Fountain, tapped and pass.
Thank you for your aid.
I'm going to counter that, or I won't counter it. So let's just get voice off the board. They could have baited me to play something else at the 4-drop. But if I let voice resolve, it's going to resolve anyways. Maya is not a problem. Let's pass. We have a man land. That's why I say it's not a problem. And then we can still play this Lightning Helix. They do have 3 cards, right? Yep. And I do know about our Lightning. Shock and Godless Shrine is wild. So they probably have a removal spell. Like, you have to have removal here? Don't? Okay. They might have missed that I had the man land. No, they just have an Elspeth. Yeah.
My blade serves the people of this world.
Stand by my side, friend.
More
A lot of
heroes
dudes.
for the cause.
So I'm gonna take out Elspeth here. Hopefully. Let's animate my land. It's not it.
You can still win this war.
I need to find an answer. I need to stop this board. None of those are the answers. That sucks. Because now I see them rip a token and they get to draw a card. I was really hoping for a better stock up there. That was pretty bad. So if they play another Elspeth, we're dead on board. And there's nothing I can do about that. So what? Would have been a better turn. When I played Northwind Avatar, I had to answer the board, right? Getting the gate, I should have gotten Jeskai Rev. Combat, sure. And I draw something, please. Can I draw anything, please? Jeskai Rev off the top gives us a chance. I think that's our only out here. Because I don't know if we can beat an Ajani ult. Close game. Yo, thank you for the like, Project. Oh. Ultima something. Now the question is, can we beat an Ajani ult? Probably not. Like they find a Mai off the Ajani ult and we can't win at that point. During Innocence, sure. They don't ult Ajani. That's so greedy. Whoa. Whoa. Top 27 cards, and they don't do it. Just kind of blown away. I could, but I need it as a blocker. And no, the last turn, they had a blocker for the bat, so the bat would have blocked. And because Ultima ends the turn, and then I lose my man land. Cool, you got it, opponent. What a terrible, frustrating draws there in the end, but it's part of Magic. On the next one. Ultima stops the turn. The only difference in that game 3, instead of getting the gate, I could have gotten Jeskai Rev to have a better chance in that game, and I think that's the only difference. I didn't expect them to have 2 points of removal post-board against the control deck, and really bad removals at that, but it is what it is. Got a spider bite on my knuckle. Ow. One goes first. I'll keep it. Gonna turn 1 Parlor. No more lies is fine. Let's keep it on top. Oh yes, it's a Badger deck. It's a Badger deck. Woo. Everyone say woo. Say woo with me. Badger off the board, please. Thank you. If they do nothing else, that's really good for us. Doubtful against the mono green deck. They did nothing else, okay. Am I using TMNT cards? Yes, the whole point of this deck is playing around the dragon. Mono green aggro, okay. Well, we played against this earlier. I'm going to Lightning Helix and hope they don't have protection. They always have protection, what do I know? Shocking Breeding Pool. Sure you want to target Ouroboros no relies? I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna no moralize you. That's right. Frenzy Balon says creature spells you control can't be countered, so I had to kill it first. Did it. I did the thing. Day Judgment's really good here. Especially against this opponent. Or Boroid number 2. Sure. Frenzy Baloth, okay. That's fine. Assault is fine. Ultima gets rid of their lands. And then we have this Day of Judgment. Hopefully they play more than one creature. Nature's Rhythm for 4. Oh god. How annoying can my opponent get? So... I just had to Day of Judgment or I die. And we can pass. Albert, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to Unkindness Crew. I appreciate you. There's the Baloth we know about. Gene Pollinator, sure. Well, we know their hand perfectly, so I need to find a Day of Judgment. Look at that. There's an untapped land, so I can play this to get Jeskai Rev. Nagi, that's fine. And we will Wrath again. And hope my opponent doesn't draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Well, they can Nature's Rhythm for something. How are we liking NWA? I really, really like the dragon. I've been obsessed with playing the dragon the past couple days. He is absolutely bonkers. So I'm going to return you and kill you before you untap with protection. I really like the option to go get a sideboard piece that answers the board, or it's just a way to loot for Jeskai Rev. I think the dragon's fantastic. Yes, it is a little slow, but the game interactions that he has given me has felt really, really good. Well, my opponent now got tempoed enough, so let's return you. Kill you. How many copies? We've been bouncing between 2 and 3. Right now, this version has 2, and we're just kind of figuring it out. I also have a 4-color list of like Northwind, and then also buff on my Discord community is brewed like a dragon control, and then we'll definitely visit like a Jeskai just dragon shell, not control shell. I'm gonna be playing a lot of Northwind Avatar in the next few days. Because I just want to brew around this, and he just feels really good. Conqueror comes in. Because right now the cards I look for with Northwind Avatar, one is Herald. This is kind of like the community pick. They wanted Herald. I don't know why, but it's funny. I put in River Churn, Sphinx of the Final Word for the counter mirror, Cease and Desist because destroying all artifacts and enchantments sometimes just wins the game, and another Jeskai Rev and a Torpor Orb. That's kind of the cards I go and pick out. Sideboard like that. Do it again. Take out one piece of draw, bring out more interaction is kind of what I did. But yeah, we've been going between like 2 and 3 copies, and it's felt really, really good. Opponent goes first. And seems a little slow. We can interact with their border Leon, but if we don't draw lands, we're in trouble. Let's mulligan this. Can't keep that either. Alright. Well, let's hope to live to turn 4. Teamer Badgermole? Yeah, it could. I'm tired of Badgermole, so I'm doing my best not to play with Badgermole right now. Lightning Helix is fine. Let's keep it on top. Denied. That does not do much against me, so I'm happy that they brought that in thinking that I am Shiko. So we're going to shock this in for Lightning Helix. There's a Frenzy Bailoff, okay? Well, I know what I'm about to hit with Lightning Helix because it stops our counter magic. And we'll take a little damage. And I want to play my tap land so I can untap this island next turn for Day of Judgment for my life total. But yeah, Enrique, this the focus of this week, and maybe even next week, because I really like playing with the dragon card. Let's untap Day of Judgment. Number 1. And it looks like they don't have protection, which is really good for us. Dragon Sniper. Yeah, I'm not worried about you. Like my opponent's missing land drops is to our benefit. Let's play our land tap to protect our life total and pass. We could animate our land to block the Dragon Sniper. Yo, Booster, thank you. Does the Badger deck really need more help? That's the problem. Does Badger need more help? It doesn't. Ooh, they have blue. Interesting. Oh, well, I get to no-more-lize this. That feels really good. Get that off the board for forever. There's a Consult. Sweet. And yeah, Badger does not need any more help, but I could see the Dragon as like a one-of, especially with the Harmonize cards, as a way we can get something out of the sideboard. It would be disgusting. Gene Pollinator. Yeah, that resolves. And let's kick our Consult. Ultima seems great. Get Lost seems great. Quarry Mountain also seems good. We do this, we still uphold up 3 steps ahead, so I'm going to prioritize Day of Judgment first. And pass. How's your daughter's ballet? What is she doing here? There is a Bailoff. Aren't you annoying? Fortunately, now I can't animate my land to block. Stock up. Lightning Helix. Untapped Red Source seems good. Because we don't really need Agnical when we have the land. Now we can Lightning Helix and hold up 3 steps ahead. I'm gonna Lightning Helix this. And I'm gonna let this resolve. because I want to Ultima away one of their lands, and I think that would probably be game over. That. So let's Ultima. And just keep them punished for the hands that they kept. But yeah, have a good day, Booster. Thanks for saying hi. I will try to be on TikTok more often because TikTok is just kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, nothing like the memes and reels I share. I know, but I can only meme so much before I lose my own sanity, right? Opponent is passing. That seems really good for me. Because now we can start doing Quarry Mountain. We hold up all of our interaction. I have no pity for my opponent who's playing a Badger deck. Bye, friend. Everyone in the chat, say goodbye. We don't care. Yeah, Booster, I don't know if you're still here, though. We are doing pretty well with this deck today. We are 10-3. Decent, respectable win rate. My losses, one was I kept a bad hand, and then I got overwhelmed by the Izzet top deck. Izzet Prowess, like they just top deck pretty well in game 3. And then I kept bad hands against Badger, and then it was a really close game against the black-white token deck, but they grinded me out in game 3. So those were our losses today. Besides that, we've been kind of smacking people around. What goes first? We have early interaction. Let's keep it. Another Badger deck. Another Badger deck. Oh, let's play Foundry and pass. People are like, I have to play it before it gets banned. Stomping Ground. Wicker. Ooh, so it's Delirium. I did not expect Delirium. But here we are. So before they get to untap, because they play Protection, I think I just want to kill it. Just kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Hopefully we don't get punished by that. Back to find another land. That's good for me. There's a FOMO though. Wait, they found the land and then they pitched the land to FOMO. So now they have Delirium. Alright. There's a beastie. Okay, Judgment's fine. We're gonna keep that on top. And hope we don't die this turn. Shocked in Stomping Grounds, yeah. There's a Tursa. They kept their last card. Sure. No response. Now you wait to do it? You are greed upon greed, opponent. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm gonna wrath you. And I hope you draw lands for the rest of the game. How dare you? Yeah, take that land drop. Take that land drop, and I'm gonna play a giant blocker. And I'll go get Jeskai Rev. Ouroboros. When did Delirium start playing Ouroboros? Wild. Wild. Well, let's stock up to find an answer. Ultima's great. Untap land is great. Play this tapped. And pass. Let's hope they don't have a fight spell. Or they have a trample haste, because that would get us too. That's a 10-12. I will block. If their last card is protection, you got me. So let's bounce you and kill you. It is not protection. That's... Woo! We dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet. It was a land. Okay. Patchwork Beastie. Well, we have another Jeskai Rev opponent. So maybe we turn the scary corner. Oh my gosh, they threw away an Overprotect. That's good. What's your last card? Lantern Elf. Well, let's return you and kill you. Trigger, trigger. And now I feel pretty good. Now I feel really good. Especially with 3 Lightning Helixes in hand. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. The Delirium deck. Bring in Rest in Peace. Bring in Authority. And maybe... We'll keep Torp Orb in the sideboard and we can find it with Northwind. Yeah, we'll find it with Northwind in case we need it. Let's take out 3 steps ahead. Take out a Consult. Let's take out a Jeskai Rev and ship it back. So, J-Slayer, Mr. Buff Man himself, what do you think about where I have taken the deck? It's pretty much similar to the old version of Jeskai Control with my tweaks, like sideboard tweaks. Is it bad or is it good? We'll keep this hand because we have Lightning Helix, some shenanigans. It had no turn 1 play. That's really good for me. Starting town is fine. I want to make sure I hit land 5. Keen-Eye Curator. Luckily, that does nothing to me. Let's play the land and pass. And I'm just going to take 3. If I was planning to worry about this thing now, then I would have killed out my turn. So this way I'm going to do an end step to see if they have protection or not. Overprotect, sure. And then they tap out. Seems pretty good for me. Because now we can definitely kill it. Doesn't matter which we play, so I'm going to do the Surveil land first. Don't need another land. Drew 2 lands in a row. No. I guess that means I should have bought him and looked for interaction. Because we guaranteed to have our 6th land at least. Breakout. That's good. Because it's not an Ouroboros. Right now they have instant creature and this will be a sorcery. They don't have Delirium yet. Oh, they found Tersa. To another Keen-Eye, sure. Player tap land and pass. Yep, there's Tersa. Bring away another Tersa. Okay. If they don't have a land drop here, that means I'm going to Ultima. Yeah, I'm just going to untap an Ultima. And them holding priority means they have some form of protection, right? Like +2/+2 and hexproof, but they don't. But this way we get to play around their overprotect, which I assume that they have. The worst case scenario here is if they play Ouroboros. Not the case, but they get a FOMO. which doesn't have Delirium yet. Now it has Delirium. Ugh. Throwing away Wicker Folk, though, instead of playing that for more damage, is a choice. We'll play this and pass. And we could die it to their 2 cards here. Breakout is scary. Patchwork Bestie. So if their last card is protection, we lose, and there's nothing we can do about it. Ouroboros. This is 3/6, so I have to kill you. I have to do it that way. Authority is cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana for it. Oh, I could be punished here. I needed to do this in upkeep before they untap. So trigger on the stack, I will bounce you and kill you. They didn't have protection. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Opponent has the best card pack? This cute little kitty? Yeah, he's so cute. We have another Jeskai Rev, so what? Play Starting Town. Pass, keeping up Jeskai Rev. I think we turned the corner with the second Jeskai Rev. Block. Fine. Turn you to hand, 4 damage to you. Ooh, now we just kind of go off because now we have Authority, and we have Rest in Peace, and we have Counter Magic. Trigger. We push enough damage here? This is 5, 10, 15? No. If we didn't block, we could have pushed damage. But I was being safe with my life total. There's Land Wells tapped. Yeah, you got it. So let's Abrade here. Holding control. Trigger. And then we're going to spell Snare my own Abrade and kill my opponent. Yeah, get out of here, Delirium. This has to be the future Jeskai control? Maybe. I mean, it's in the right direction. I guess the land base is what we definitely need to tune. Because I keeps having land problems. Either that goes up to 27 land, I don't know. I'm running pretty close to the standard Jeskai list. Like their land base. Like 1 Quarry Mountain, 1 Mistrise, 1 Plains, and they usually... I guess they play more shock lands rather than Starting Town. Like they play like 4, 5, 6, 7. They play like 11 shock lands, it looks like. Their normal list. One goes first. Sure, we can try it. Because we have a lot of openers with these 2 lands, so maybe it's an option to go up to the 27 lands because we're only playing 26. That might be problem number 1. Normal Jeskai control plays 26 land, and they only play with Unagi, but then they play the 4 play set of Jeskai Rev. Whereas the Jeskai control list that plays with like Aang and Flanker, Washington, and Shiko, that plays 27 normally. Thunder Trap Trainer. Well, I'm going to get that off the board. And your Braid can rot in your hand. I don't know, it's a balance. We definitely... Playing Starting Town has hurt us, for sure. Land drop, please. Yay. Yay, you asking you Sal Thief. Another land on top, perfect. We'll just pass. I wonder how the Prowess deck is going to go. We'll just take one, that's fine. We will do this untapped, so we have Consult up. I know my opponent just has like a lot of like spot removal and not counter magic in the main board. But let's kick Consult. Do not have Spell Snare, please. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. That's weird. Let's negate. Bring in Flanker. No, let's bring in Rest in Peace and have Flanker in the sideboard. Torpor might be good here, though. So let's take out an Abrade. Take out an Ultima. Take out a Helix. And ship it back. I guess if I keep running 61 cards, not 60, and I'm only running 26 lands, not 27, I'm statistically bound to have land troubles, I guess. Tired of control, maybe? Nope. Are you tired of control? We can keep this. I'm having fun with the dragon. And I need to practice control, because I have not been a good control player in a while. I usually play like one deck for 3 hours and quit. Right? Storm Chaser's Talent. Rut Rose. Oh, we have a Surveil land, and guess we Surveil again. That's fine. Get it out of the way. Another Storm Chaser's Talent. Yeah, that's a problem. Like my opponent mulligan down a little bit, so let's try to find some interaction. It's interaction. Beatdowns continue. Play our Quarry Mountain and pass. We can, what? I guess I could have played the Steam Vents there instead of, and held up Spell Snare, but play our land and pass. We'll just take damage from Honors for a little bit. Boomerang basics, yeah. Now we start taking damage from these Honors, which is a problem. 6 damage is a lot in one turn. Kick. They have priority, so they must have counter magic. So that means this Ultima's probably not going to resolve, and then I can die that following turn. I think I want to bring in Unagi, honestly. So I can flash in Unagi. As a blocker, and this plays around probably their negate that they have. Yeah, there's a Boomerang basic. Unagi here. Block one of your tokens. And now if they play Boomerang basics, we draw a card. Want to do it? They were expecting a Wrath, weren't they? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Thank you very much. There's a No More Lies? That's not bad. Can play this untapped, play a Torpor Orb, and hold up No More Lies and Spell Snare. Well, that's a problem. If they play one more spell, then we're just dead. Losing to the Moldifor, yeah. Yeah, you got me, man. A little bit frustrating, but, you know. Didn't find any of our interaction there. I guess that's what I get for going down too many counters and not having interaction, so. My opponent, I don't know. They mold the 4 and beat me, so what does that say about my deck? I gotta go first. Let's keep it. Maybe Spell Snare is not the answer to this matchup. I don't know how many 2-drops that they have. Let's play a tap land and pass. They don't have a turn 1. Look at that. Well, I'm going to pay 2 life and hold up Lightning Helix. Springly Drum. Interesting choice. The starting town, so I need to play that first. They're just passing, so... I just play Seam Rip. And still hold up 3 steps ahead. I could hold on to Seam Rip because the Spring of Drum doesn't really matter yet. I know how destructive those decks can be, however, so... I assume my opponent has a handful of gas. Burst Lightning in my face, yeah, that resolves. Siege will not resolve. Unless you have a Spell Snare. They do not, but they still held priority, so I assume that they have a Burst Lightning in their hand. Normalize is great. I want to get Lightning Helix, but I also want to make sure I get to Jeskai Rev mana. That's hard. I'm going to take the land. I want to make sure I get to Jeskai Rev mana. Well, that's the guaranteed land 7, which is great. And they did nothing. Okay. Trainer's fine. Get a drum? Sure. I guess that could not be fine. I have the Normalize, and I should probably fight over it, because then they could find a counterspell locked under Trap Trainer, now that I'm thinking about it. But let's just kill it now. See if they want to protect it. Okay, well now we have it. Jeskai Rev. And the main concern is if they have Spell Snare, right? We don't have to throw out Jeskai Rev, right? Unless they tap out. Boomerang basics. Sure. I'm just gonna Quarry. I'm in no rush. I'm gonna Lightning Helix you though. And I'm gonna stock up because I want to get some land drops. No more lies into no more lies, sure. We have a lot of no more lies at least. There's the drum. into talent, which I can normalize that. Now, if they want to spell snare here, we can seam rip and Jeskai Rev. Detect intrusion. That's what we've been playing around. Fair. And you have the boomerang basics? Oof. Oof. Well, I'm gonna do this now while they're tapped out. And play the land that we found and pass. There's another talent, so I hope they don't get boomerang basics. Again, that would be like the worst case scenario. They just pass. Alright, well, let's seam rip first. And then we'll play Rest in Peace. No. Sure. Now we play Rest in Peace. Stop with your nulls, please, and thank you. Do you have a third form of counter magic? Dude, this stack is cool. Long River's Pull for me to draw a card. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, well. Whoa, 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 whoa. I will attack in. What a stack that was. Thunder Trap Trainer. Well, I will spell snare that. We had a stack. I felt like we're in Legacy all over again. Oh my goodness. And we hit Diamond. The brew is working. So we finished 10-3 on the day with this version. Let's clean up this ugly sideboard bug. Let's clean up this ugly sideboard bug. Well, 45616. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. What a interesting number. It's pretty sweet. Hell yeah, dude. We'll have to visit it. So, I'm probably going to need help with brewing this. And this is something the community can help on. So this is kind of the version that got us through platinum. Like we screened through platinum once we came to this, right? How can I say this? So the wrap up of this deck, we brewed pretty hard, and I like the direction where this is going. I really think Northwind Avatar definitely has a place in Standard, and I'm surprised people weren't talking about it. Yeah, it might be a little slow, but once we brewed around a better version of Northwind Avatar, we went on a hell of a winning streak, and we got out of Platinum and hit Diamond, which is really hard to do if you guys know about Platinum Hell. This is definitely not the last version, and I'm starting to feel like 4 starting towns is the wrong addition, and maybe we need to go up to 27 lands. We're playing 26, because a few times in our losses, we had more land problems than we did with our deck having issues, and our opponent just outright just playing Magic and beating us normally. It was more our deck construction issue. And having Cease and Desist in the sideboard is cute. And maybe having an option to worry about playing Cease for the black and the green is maybe too greedy, and taking out starting towns and putting a more balanced land base might be the first step to brewing this deck a little better. I do think having Herald the Eternal is a fun community card that is cheeky, but I don't think I'm ever going to grab it over Jeskai Rev or Sphinx or River Churn, right? Those are our 3 extra win cons, and Herald might be just a win more. I still do like it in here because some decks can't deal with Herald, and River Churn and Sphinx don't really win the game, and it's an option to win the game. But this deck is definitely not finished. We're definitely going to brew around it more in the Brewers Guild that we like to call ourselves. So if you like the video, hit that subscribe. Give me all your feedback. I'm open to any feedback as we brew around this deck and play with it more. And as always, take care of yourself and see you later. Take care. So, I am starving. I know I didn't stream for long today. I apologize. However, I'm starting to shake because I didn't eat enough today, and that means I need to go get food. The regular Cube S1, the Dream Beaver is great one drop. I look forward to playing with Dream Beaver. I want to still play with Northwind Avatar. What is another way we can change the and take out like starting towns, go up here. But like a Funzy. I don't know. I'll think about it later. Tuning up the sideboard. Yeah. Another point is after we fix this land base, and I'm thinking about taking out the starting towns, so we're not worried about cease. And I think I was looking at cease and of the cease and desist side more than actually just making the mana base better, and that is a mistake in deck building, and I totally understand that. So maybe take out the starting towns, go up some more like Verges and a couple of these steam vents to really help out our red sources, because sometimes we just didn't find red. And 26 does feel better once we fix the starting town issue. And then another is trying to figure out what the meta is, because our sideboard feels really strong, but I don't know what the current meta is, and we're kind of guessing of what the meta might be based on our cards that we're going to go get, which is kind of like Jeskai Control in a nutshell. The brand new meta, brand new set comes out, you got to kind of figure out what we're doing. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with this. I'm gonna set that aside for later. And the other deck I was gonna take a look at today is was this version of Northwind Avatar. 4 colors. What deck are we making? Ghost, we're playing with this new card, Northwind Avatar. It's a 5/5 for fly. When this creature enters, if you cast it, can't see my figure. When you cast it, you may put a card you own from outside the game into your hand. So we're playing like a control shell with a toolbox deck of crazy sideboard cards. Hello, very long name, Hop. Men. Oh, in stream. I was thinking of an all or flash freeze in the sideboard, yeah. We can talk about it offline. But like I said, I'm sorry. I am starting to shake. And very few times I start to shake, I need to go have food before I crash. Because I get like really antsy and really jittery. So I will come back tomorrow. I'm sorry. And we will play this deck on stream, the 4-color version. Maybe we'll talk about the 3-color Jeskai list and fix it up a little bit as well. Or we can just play Jeskai again. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out tomorrow. But thanks for hanging out today. I know it's a short stream today. I apologize. But we'll be back with a longer stream tomorrow. So thanks to you for hanging out. How's it going? It was fun. We went, with the final version of this deck, we went 11-3. 11-3. So we've been trying to brew this deck up a lot. So we went, what? 0-2, 0-1, 4-1. And then we just finished off today with 11-3. So we're brewing this deck. It's a lot of fun. Overall, 5-7. It's okay, but we're getting to where we want to be. So, see you tomorrow, guys. GG's. Thank you, Diablo. Good to see you guys again. And I'll be tomorrow. I'm going to try to shoot for 1 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Later. And also, big hearts.